afternoon sa inyo pong lahat. Welcome to my channel. Sana po ang ating mga story ay nagiging inspirasyon po sa ating lahat. Last time po, ang ating pong story ay tungkol kay Elijah bilang isang God's messenger. Kung matatandaan po natin na siya ay hinahanap ni Haring Ahab, ngunit siya ay hindi po nila makita sapagkat siya ay binigyan ng Panginoon ng place kung saan siya mag-i-stay para hindi siya makita ni Haring Ahab. Ngayon pong araw na to, ang story natin ay pinamagatang Fed by the Ravens. During nung time na si Elijah po ay nagtatago, ito po ang nangyari sa kanya. Tayo po ay makinig ng ating story para po sa araw na ito. When Elijah left Ahab's palace, God said to him, "Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there." So, nakita po natin dito sa story na si Elijah ay sinabihan ng ating Panginoon na pumunta sa brook ng Cherith, malapit sa Jordan River, na kung saan ay meron siyang maliit na brook doon na pwede niyang pagkunan ng tubig, at nagsugo ang ating Panginoon ng uwak para maghatid ng pagkain kay Elijah para hindi siya magutom. He knew the brook Cherith very well. No doubt, as a boy he had played on its banks. As for the ravens, he remembered them too, and where they rested. It was a long, tiresome journey back across the Jordan and up one of the wild canyons over the mountains beyond, at the bottom of which ran the tiny stream. Coming at last to a cave or an overhanging rock, he stopped to rest, certain that Ahab could never find him there. It was a lonesome, desolate spot. Not a sound broke the silence, save the distant cawing of the ravens and the tinkling of the stream as it cascaded over rocks and pebbles towards Jordan. There was no trace of man or woman, boy or girl. He was alone, utterly alone with God. Growing hungry, he wondered where he could find food, but there was no food anywhere, and he dared not betray his hiding place by going in search of some. The hours slipped by. Evening come, then, just when it seems as though he must go to sleep without a bite to eat, the raven flew overhead and dropped something. Elijah picked it up. It was food. How thankful it was. So habang si Elijah ay nasa brook ng Cherith na may maliit na stream na pwede niyang inuman, na sa mga ilalim siya ng mga bato, siya ay nagpahinga. Hindi niya inisip na umalis doon para maghanap ng pagkain. Siya ay nagtiwala sa ating Panginoon na dadalhan siya ng pagkain. So, nung gabi na parang matutulog na siya, biglang dumating ang mga ravens at siya ay binigyan ng pagkain. So, napakalaki ng pagpapasalamat ni Elijah na kahit wala siyang ibang kasamang tao doon, pero alam niya ang Panginoon ay kasama niya. It's strange that a raven should act like this. Perhaps it was just an accident. But no, it could not be. Further come another. So, akala mo isang raven lang yung dumating, pero marami-raming raven na dumating na nagdadala ng pagkain kay Elijah. And another, each dropping some choice morsel that normally it would itself have eaten. As Elijah looked up and saw the food falling as it were from heaven, he remembered God's promise to command the raven to feed him. His heart overflowed with thankfulness. My God is Jehovah. He may well have said, "Wonderful, wonderful God." So napakabuti ng Panginoon. Basta tayo lang ay magtitiwala sa kanya, hindi siya magpapabaya sa atin na tayo ay magugutom. So, pagpapasalamat si Elijah. Ang kanyang Panginoon ay si Jehovah. So, napaka-wonderful na Panginoon. Walang katulad ng ating Panginoon. In the morning, the same thing happened. As the sun rose above the canyon walls, the ravens come flying in low again, dropping their little offerings of food to this man who was a friend of God. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. Day after day, his wonderful thing happened, and Elijah marveled more and more of the goodness of God in looking after him so faithfully. Much of the time he spent down by the brook, where the cool water helped him hear a terrible beat. Gradually, he noticed the stream getting smaller and smaller, shallower and shallower. Some night he could scarcely hear the tinkles anymore. He knew then that he would soon have to leave his hiding place and find another. But where could he go? Where would he be safe from the anger of Ahab? But he had no need to worry. God was thinking of him and planning for him. So, bawat araw, dumating ang mga ravens, siya ay binibigyan ng pagkain. Ngunit dahan-dahan na natutuyo na ang stream ng Cherith. So, kailangan niya nang umalis. Pero siya ay hindi nag-aalala kung saan siya pupunta, sapagkat alam niya ang kanyang Panginoong, ating Panginoong Diyos ay nakabantay sa kanya at tutulong para hindi siya makita ng galit na galit ni si Haring Ahab. Finally, when the last little trickle of water had disappeared and the last little pool in the bed of the brook had dried up, God said to him, "Get thee to Zarephath, which belongs to Sidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee." So, nung natuyo na yung brook on Cherith, wala nang iinumin si Prophet Elijah. So, nagsalita ang Panginoon, siya ay pupunta sa Zarephath. Yung Zarephath ay nasasakop ng Sidon, na kung saan meron doon isang widow, yung babaeng walang asawa, balo na magbibigay ng pangangailangan ni Prophet Elijah. So Elijah understood at once God was sending him for north of Samaria to a little city near the coast. Bidding his friends, the ravens farewell and gathering up their little gifts of love, for he knew he would find no food on his journey, he set out for Zarephath. So nagpaalam na sa kanyang mga friends na ravens at kinuha niya yung mga daladala nilang food. Babaunin niya kasi medyo malayo-layo din yung Zarephath na pupuntahan niya. Kakailangan niya yung pagkain habang siya ay naglalakad. So napaka bait ng ating Panginoon sa kanya, no? Siya ay nagtitiwala sa ating Panginoon. Day after day, he trudged on over rocky hillsides and steep mountain trails. How tired he must have been, how hungry, how very, very thirsty. Very hot and dusty. He drew near at last to Zarephath. Now he could see the outline of the city wall. Now the gate he would have to enter. How glad he was that his long, tiresome journey was almost over. But how would he find the woman who was to care for him? So malapit na siyang dumating sa Zarephath, pagod siya, mainit, maalikabok, pumasok na siya sa city. Pero paano niya malalaman yung widow woman na mag-care sa kanya doon, isang balo. So paano malalaman ni Prophet Elijah yon? Hindi sa kanya sinabi ng Panginoon kung anong pangalan at saan siya nakatira. Pero hindi rin sinabi sa kanya ng Panginoon kung siya ay mayaman o mahirap o bata pa o matanda. So paano malalaman ni Prophet Elijah yon? Basta ang alam niya lang, yung babaeng yon ay isang widow. God had not told him her name or where he should live. Was she rich or poor, old and young? All he knew about her was that she was a widow. And there must be many widows in the Zarephath. How would he know the right one? With Ahab's soldiers looking for him everywhere, he must not make a mistake. So napakadaming widow doon sa Seraphat. Hindi niya alam kung sino yung widow na yon. At sa sobrang paghahanap sa kanya ng mga soldiers ni King Ahab, hindi niya malalaman paano niya hanapin yung widow na yon. So dapat hindi siya magkakamali sa paghahanap ng widow na yon. Sa ating next story, malalaman natin kung paano nakita ni Prophet Elijah yung widow sa Seraphat. So, yung lessons na ating matututunan dito ay ang ating pagtitiwala sa ating Panginoon. Tayo ay ibibigay lang natin lahat ng ating mga pangangailangan sa Panginoon at hindi niya tayo pababayaan. So, maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig. Kapag tayo ay binigyan ng ating Panginoon ng mission o ng gawain, atin itong gagawin ng buong puso, sapagkat alam natin ng ating Panginoon ang ating kasama. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong pakikinig. God bless. Good afternoon.